This is NPR, National Public Radio.
And you're tuned to GLT during the Spring Fund Drive. Good evening, I'm Willis Kern along with Wissmiller, asking for your pledge of support for $89 during Fresh Air here at 438-8910 or at WGLT.org. More on the ins and outs of the economy and the financial bailout with Simon Johnson coming up during Fresh Air.
You listen to Fresh Air, you should help pay for it. Pretty simple. That's just how it works. It's on the air because other listeners have contributed. So let me ask, what makes you think you get to deserve to listen for free? Pick a level and give us a call, and we will guarantee you'll feel good about being a responsible GLT listener. We're waiting for your first contribution right now at 438-8910.
Well, first you discover GLT and you listen a little bit, and then you find more shows that you like Fresh Air, and you like that, so you listen, and you like Center Stage, and you listen more, and you like jazz, and then you listen in the morning for Morning Edition. Finally, you realize it's the radio station you listen to all or most of the time. I hear that story over and over, and when you finally realize that you listen to GLT all the time, it's time to make a pledge. And now you understand that GLT exists because listeners contribute to help pay for it with a pledge of $89 or whatever you can afford.
I have to forewarn you, if the trend continues, because this happened to me, and now I work here.
Well,
so
that's a little bit of an extreme case.
You got to cut it off somewhere. But we're asking you to make your first-time contribution right now. If all your radios at home and in the car are tuned to GLT, and this is your favorite radio station, you know it's time. And this is a particularly good time because we have a challenge this hour issued by Greenview Nursery. They've contributed $500.
Greenview Nursery stepped up, and they have got a challenge this hour. We have just a couple minutes on this challenge left. We need to hear from two more pledgers at 438-8910.
GLT pays about $13,000 a year for Fresh Air. How much should you pledge to support it? Well, how about $1 for every author whose book you discovered with the show? $1 for every DVD that you rented after it was discussed on Fresh Air. Maybe $1 for every interesting musical group you heard here. Or $1 for every stimulating thought about religion, politics, or the economy. Well, that'd be quite a lot of money. You just say you don't have to say $1,000? Well then, how about a pledge of $89? That'll do it. Keep Fresh Air and everything this program brings to you here on GLT.
And we hear from two more pledgers in the next few minutes. This will help us close the challenge out from Greenview Nursery. They've contributed $500 in support of Fresh Air, and we would be delighted to have the same enthusiasm from the listeners listening to the show out there.
You tune into Fresh Air. You enjoy the company of distinguished statesmen, entertainers, innovators, newsmakers, or maybe it's experts on the economy, all of whom have fascinating stories to tell and the time it takes to tell them. Time to give thoughtful answers to compelling questions. And of course, that's what Terry's known for, is those compelling questions. And then they take time to explore and time to follow up.
When you and all your fellow Fresh Air fans kick in a little cash to help pay for Fresh Air and GLT, basically what you're doing is buying this show the time it needs to bring you these type of long-form interviews that you're not going to find in commercial media. You've been meaning to make your pledge for Fresh Air on GLT, so do it right now. Do it while we're talking, because we're not nearly as interesting as the conversation you're going to be hearing in a few minutes. Call 438-8910. Buy Terry and Company the time they need to do the job right.
Thanks to you. We want to say thanks to you. We want to have our pledge, our phone volunteers say thanks to you when they answer your phone call and you make that pledge that helps us meet this challenge. We want to thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for sending in your emails and your letters all the time. Thank you for taking part in our giveaways that we have. Thanks for calling in with requests. And thank you for telling your friends about GLT. Now,